The new Fruits Basket reboot has introduced us to a lot of new characters, some of which who can turn into the Zodiac animals. But it may be hard to keep track of all 12 of these characters and their relationships and who they are throughout the series. Here's a quick guide to every Zodiac member and their characters in Fruits Basket. Welcome back to the Anime Tea, everyone. My name is Phoenix, and today we're going to talk about each Zodiac animal and their character from the hit shoujo series, Fruits Basket, as well as talk about their personalities and relationships with the other characters in the story. A few quick disclaimers before we get started. Going to be focusing on the anime today, the reboot specifically from 2019 to 2020, and seasons 1 and 2. This is not a recap, this is just a quick breakdown of the characters. I will save a recap for another video. And there's definitely going to be spoilers from seasons 1 and 2. In case you need it, Fruits Basket is a story that follows a young girl named Toru, who is a high schooler who ends up living with the Soma family and finds out their secret that some of the members are cursed and into turning into Zodiac animals when embraced by the opposite sex. And also for this case specifically, and for the story in general, I'm going to talk about the Zodiac animal story. God called animals to a banquet, and in that banquet he was going to assign the animals their zodiac signs. The rat and cat were best friends, but the rat betrayed the cat because he wanted to be the first to get there, and he told the cat that the banquet would be the next day, and the cat was never a part of the zodiac because he missed the entire banquet. And now the cat and rat always fight, which will lead into the character breakdowns we're going to get into right now. And since we're specifically talking about the Zodiac animals, I'm going to be introducing the characters by their Zodiac order rather than how they're introduced into the story. Start off with number 1, which is the rat. And the rat is Yuki Soma. He's one of the first characters we're introduced to in the story. Yuki's personality is calm and composed. He is very princely-like. He's kind of distant from people as well. And he's just really pretty. People kind of admire him from afar. He lives in the same house with Shigure, who we're going to talk about soon, and Kyo and Toru, who is the main character of the series. Because he's the rat, he is Akito's favorite. Akito kind of acts as God in the series, which has a mostly negative effect on his life. Yuki is also Ayame's other younger brother, and Ayame is another Zodiac animal that we will get into in a second. Moving on to number 2 is the cow. His name is Hatsuharu Soma, or most commonly known as Haru. Haru's personality is either extremely calm and indifferent, or very loud, arrogant, and violent. He has 2 kind of really distinct personalities that come out depending on his mood. He is 1 year younger than Yuki and Kyo, and he is the same age as Momiji, who we'll get into in a second. He's also really close to Yuki because of the Zodiac story that he carried the rat on his back in that story, so that's why they are presumed to be close. And he also tends to be close with other members of the Zodiac family, such as Momiji, Kisa, and Rin, who we'll get into. He is also Rin's boyfriend. They have a very tumultuous relationship. Number 3 is the tiger. Her name is Kisa Soma, who, when we're introduced to her, she gets bullied. She's been getting bullied, and she's really shy and really unconfident in herself. She has a lot of the characters have different hair colors because of their ability to turn into animals. She's also best friends with Hiro, and she's also really close to Haru and Yuki, most likely because of their order in the Zodiac. Number 4 is the rabbit, which is Momiji Soma. Momiji is a caring, energetic, and sweet boy. He is 1 year younger than Yuki and Kyo as well. He's the same age as Haru. And despite his really sad backstory, despite the fact that his family isolates him and they dislike him because of the curse, he's a really open, caring person. And he dresses like a girl for fun because he likes to express himself. Number 5 is the sheep, Hiro. Hiro's personality can best be described as a haughty, bratty, hypocritical kid. He's around the same age as Kisa, and he and Kisa are best friends. And he's actually really overprotective of Kisa because he likes her. It's interesting to see that Hiro is the sheep and Kisa is the tiger when their personalities are totally different and would probably be switched. Number 6 is the dragon, Hatori. He is the Soma family doctor, and he mostly stays on the Soma family grounds. He is very reserved and calm, which is very distinct from the other characters that he's actually really close to, such as Shigure and Ayame. Part of his personality being this way is because of his really sad backstory where he was separated from the love of his life and lost his eye because Akito did not agree with their relationship. And a fun fact about Hatori, because he is a dragon, he doesn't turn into an actual dragon, he turns into a sea dragon. Before we move on to the rest, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Anime Tea. I put out new videos every Saturday. Make sure to turn on that bell for notifications so you never miss it. Moving on to number 7, it's the Boar, which is Kagura. Kagura is introduced very early in the series as having a huge crush on Kyo. And she can either be really sweet or extremely over aggressive. She's the only one who's like the most close to Kyo in the family. Number 8 is the dog, which is Shigure. Shigure is a trickster, but he's also very loyal to the Soma family and Akito, much like his animal counterpart. He's a writer who lives on his own, and he's taken in Yuki and Kyo, and eventually he takes in Toru as well. Shigure's personality makes him seem like he's uncertain, like you're not sure if you want to trust him or if he's plotting something or if he's being really selfish, which makes his character really interesting. Number 9 is the Rooster, Kureno, which is the most recent character that we've got to meet in the series and the last of the Zodiac animals that we got to meet in the series specifically, but not the last in the Zodiac animals, of course. He is a recluse and he has a really strong sense of duty. He is always by Akito's side, and because he is Akito's absolute favorite, even more than Yuki, he has not left the Soma residence very often. And the one time that he did leave it, he met Uo, which is one of Toru's best friends, at her job, and he ended up falling in love with her. But because of his sense of duty, they have not been able to be together. He is also one of the oldest members of the Zodiac family, along with Shigure, Ayame, and Hatori. And it was also revealed that he is Akito's lover, but he is in love with Uo. So his relationships are complicated. Number 10 is the snake, Ayame, who is our flamboyant, eccentric fashion designer and also Yuki's older brother, who tries really hard to get Yuki to love him. Despite Yuki not really wanting to have anything to do with him. Rightfully so, because of their harsh backstory and Ayame's decisions from when he was a kid. It makes sense Yuki doesn't want to have anything to do with him, but Ayame's trying really hard to rebuild their relationship. He also runs a clothing shop or boutique in the city, and hangs out with Shigure and Hatori. Number 11 is the monkey, which is Ritsu. We don't get a lot of Ritsu in Fruits Basket. He's kind of a side character, but he comes up towards the beginning of season 1. He's a person who lacks a lot of confidence and he's really shy, and because of this he dresses like a woman because he feels more comfortable that way. But we also see that he becomes more comfortable with Shigure's editor, Mitsuru. His relationship with her kind of helps him get out of his shell a little bit. Number 12, the last of the main Zodiac animals, but not the last of this list, is the horse, Isuzu, also known as Rin. She's the most antisocial character of the series. She distances herself from everyone, usually runs away when confronted by someone, and she really likes to be alone. And this is because of her very traumatic past that has a lot to do with Akito. She was also harmed by Akito in a similar way to how Hatori was, but actually in a more deadly way, which has her in the hospital a lot. She's also Haru's girlfriend, but because of their tumultuous relationship, she tries to distance herself from him and from most people. And last but not least is the cat, which is Kyo. Cat is number 13. Kyo is the stubborn, always ready for a fight, energetic. He also lives with Shigure and Yuki and Toru, and because he lives with Yuki, they're always fighting because of the whole banquet and betrayal and thing that went on with the Zodiac. Because his curse is slightly different because he's not part of the Zodiac, he can turn into this monstrous being, and usually they lock him away, but because another member of the family decided to take care of him and help him control it, he's been able to kind of live a normal life. But that also affects his ability to reach out to others and him wanting to be a part of the Soma family. And that was it for the quick guide of every Zodiac animal and their characters in Fruits Basket. If you're looking for more explanations and breakdowns, make sure to subscribe to the MAT if you haven't already. Comment who your favorite Zodiac animal is in Fruits Basket, and I will see you guys in the next video.